Deep within, you carry a quiet certainty, a deeper knowing, that your person genuinely loves you. Despite everything that has unfolded between you, this intuitive sense remains. It's not born from wishful thinking or fantasy, but from a soulful connection that transcends words or logic. They may not have expressed it perfectly, or even at all, but on a deeper level, you can feel their love, their longing, and their sense of loss. Your person feels, without question, that there is no one else like you. In a world overflowing with noise, distractions, and fleeting connections, you stood out as something rare, something sacred. Since your separation or distance, they've been forced to sit with the emptiness that your absence has created. Life, without you in it, feels hollow. Their day-to-day routines continue, but the joy is gone, and the meaning feels blurred. They may try to distract themselves with work, friends, or superficial encounters, but nothing can mask the ache that pulses beneath the surface. You live in their memories, in the quiet corners of their mind, and lately, they find themselves revisiting those memories more often than ever. They're reminiscing, not casually, but deeply. They remember your voice, your laughter, the way you made them feel safe, seen, and whole. They replay the conversations, the shared silences, and even the conflicts, because even those moments carried a depth that no one else has ever been able to replicate. You left a mark on their soul, and nothing they do can shake that. What makes this even more profound for them is the way you've changed. You've chosen a different path now. You've grown. You've risen above the chaos, the heartbreak, and the toxicity that once weighed you down. You no longer allow negativity, manipulation, or emotional harm to drag you into places you don't belong. You've set boundaries. You've reconnected with your worth. And you've reclaimed your power, particularly your divine feminine power, which radiates with grace, strength, and authenticity. This transformation hasn't gone unnoticed. In fact, it has deeply impacted your person. Watching you stand in your truth, healing, and refusing to accept anything less than you deserve, it has been both inspiring and humbling for them. They see you now, perhaps more clearly than they ever have. And what they see is a woman, or person, who is powerful, grounded, radiant, and deeply aligned with her highest self. That realization is shaking something loose within them. No longer content to sit on the sidelines, they are now preparing to take control of the situation between you both. This isn't just about reaching out or sending a message, this is about them stepping into a version of themselves that is ready for commitment, truth, and action. They appear more serious than ever, grounded in the decision that you are the one they want to build with, grow with, and love in a real, healthy, and lasting way. Yet, alongside this newfound determination is a wave of panic. They are beginning to truly grasp the depth of how wrong they were in the past, how their actions, or lack thereof, may have hurt you. It's not just guilt, it's a deep, soul-level regret. They are scared they've lost you forever. That maybe you've moved too far forward for them to catch up. That perhaps they've already missed their chance. But even in that fear, they're awakening to their truth, that you are worth the risk, the vulnerability, and the work. They see you as someone incredibly rare, a pure, calm, and grounded presence in a world that often feels chaotic and disingenuous. What sets you apart isn't just your beauty or your energy, but your unwavering authenticity. You have always stayed true to who you are. You don't pretend. You don't manipulate. You don't play games. And most importantly, you don't betray others, or yourself. You carry a quiet integrity that is increasingly hard to find in a world where so many relationships are built on convenience, ego, or selfish motives. Your person admires this deeply. They respect you, not just as a lover, but as a human being. They appreciate your honesty, your heart, and your strength. And they are now beginning to understand that what they had with you wasn't just special, it was once in a lifetime. They're realizing that true connection doesn't come around often. And when it does, it demands attention, courage, and reverence. That's where they are now, standing at the crossroads between who they were and who they need to become, driven by the desire to meet you at your level. You, in the meantime, continue to rise. Continue to heal. You are not waiting, you are evolving. But know this, your growth has not only elevated you, it has served as a mirror to the one who loves you. And in that reflection, they are beginning to awaken to the depth of their feelings, the gravity of their mistakes, and the beautiful possibility of a second chance, should that be something you're open to. As I continue moving forward on this journey of self-discovery and healing, I'm beginning to gain a much deeper sense of clarity about myself, about this connection we share, and most importantly, about you. What once felt confusing and overwhelming is now becoming clearer with each passing day. Something profound has shifted within me. It's as if a new part of me has awakened, one that sees things more honestly and more bravely than before. I can't ignore how deeply this connection has impacted me. It's not something fleeting or superficial. It feels so deep, and I now understand that what we share is rare and incredibly meaningful. Lately, I've been feeling a powerful urge, something I can't fully explain, to protect you. It's not just a passing feeling or some romantic notion. It's a deep, instinctive desire to be someone you can count on, someone who stands beside you through everything. I want to be your safe place, your anchor, your unwavering support. And I know that in the past, my behavior may not have reflected this intention. My inconsistency, my indecision, my coming and going, it was never meant to complicate your life. I now realize how confusing and hurtful that must have been for you, and for that, I'm truly sorry. Hurting you was never my intention, and it pains me deeply to think that I may have caused you even a fraction of the pain I feel now. What I want most now is to experience love, not just any love, but a deeply emotional, soul-nourishing kind of love, and to experience it with you. You are the only person I want to share this with. I don't want to keep searching, wondering, or running from the intensity of what I feel. I'm tired of living with emotional walls and self-protective habits that only isolate me. I don't want to be left out in the cold anymore. I don't want to keep missing out on something as pure and beautiful as the love you've offered me. I want to lean into it this time. I want to open my heart fully, to you, and only you. More than anything, I want to be the one closest to your heart. I remember the moment you told me I hold a special place in your life. That stayed with me more than you probably realize. It made me feel seen, valued, and deeply connected to you. It gave me a sense of belonging that I haven't felt in a long time. And yet, despite that, I let my doubts creep in. I questioned your love, questioned your loyalty, and distanced myself emotionally. Looking back now, I see how my fear and insecurity got the best of me. I want to take this moment to say I'm sorry, genuinely, deeply sorry, for doubting you. I now see clearly that it's your love that has restored something sacred within me. Through all the ups and downs, you've helped me reconnect with a part of myself I thought I had lost, my innocence, my vulnerability, my authenticity. You've helped me see that it's okay to feel deeply, to love without defenses, to show up as my true self. That is a priceless gift, and I will never take it for granted again. The past few days have been difficult. I've been sitting with so many thoughts, replaying our recent interactions, and feeling an overwhelming sense of regret. I feel genuinely embarrassed by some of the things I said and did. I can't help but ask myself how I could have possibly hurt the one person who has loved me with such patience, understanding, and unconditional care. You didn't deserve that, and I carry that shame heavily in my heart. I wish I could go back and undo those moments, but I know I can't. What I can do is take full accountability for my actions and make a conscious effort to do better moving forward. You mean more to me than words can fully express. You are not just someone I care about, you are someone I need, someone I choose, and someone I want to build something real with. I want us to heal together, grow together, and create a love that is grounded in truth, compassion, and emotional intimacy. I know I have a lot to work on, but I'm committed to becoming the kind of person who not only deserves your love but also knows how to nurture and protect it. Thank you for loving me, even when I wasn't at my best. Thank you for seeing through my confusion and fear, and for still believing in the good in me. Your love has been my mirror, my compass, and my reminder of what really matters. I don't want to run anymore. I want to stand still, with you, for you, beside you. Always. Your partner has undergone a profound transformation, one that they didn't fully anticipate until they had the space and distance to truly reflect. As they look back on your past interactions, they're beginning to see things in a completely different light. What may have seemed confusing, painful, or misaligned before is now unfolding with clarity and deep understanding. They're realizing just how significant your presence has been in their life. You were never just another person passing through, you were a catalyst, a mirror, and a source of unconditional love that they hadn't encountered in such an authentic form until they met you. Their heart, once guarded and unsure, is now wide open. They are finally allowing themselves to fully feel the love you gave so freely, the love they once couldn't fully receive or reciprocate due to the emotional blocks they carried. This new openness didn't happen overnight. It came through introspection, through pain, through soul-searching moments of solitude. But now, standing on the other side of that inner work, your partner is beginning to experience what unconditional love truly means. Not just conceptually, but spiritually, emotionally, and even physically. It has touched every part of them, awakening a desire to grow, not just for themselves, but for the future they envision with you. They're recognizing how much they've been held back by old programs, patterns of behavior, thoughts, and coping mechanisms rooted in addiction, fear, and toxicity. These old programs no longer resonate with who they are becoming. As a result, they've started clearing them out of their system. This clearing isn't easy, but it's essential. Your partner is learning to release attachments to destructive habits and limiting beliefs that once dictated their decisions. And though the process has been challenging, it's also been deeply liberating. Meanwhile, you've shifted your focus inward. You've embraced your queendom, stepping into your power with grace, clarity, and intention. You've redirected your energy toward your healing, your dreams, and your purpose. You chose yourself, not as an act of rejection toward your partner, but as a declaration of self-worth. And ironically, it was your very act of pulling away that created the sacred space needed for your partner to face themselves. In your absence, they were left with no distractions, no excuses, only the mirror of their own soul. And that mirror has shown them truths they could no longer ignore. While you've been blossoming in your own right, your partner has been watching, perhaps from afar, but with growing admiration and awareness. They see you now. They see your strength, your beauty, your depth, and your resilience. More than ever, they are focused on you, drawn not just to who you were, but to who you've become. There's a magnetism between you that hasn't faded, in fact, it's intensified. But this time, their interest is grounded not in desire or need, but in recognition and reverence. Your partner wants to speak with you, not to argue or explain away the past, but to share their truth. They feel the need to open up about their experience, to let you know that things may not have been exactly as you thought. There's more to the story, more to their silence, more to their struggles than what was visible on the surface. They've walked a path of solitude, one filled with shadow work, painful realizations, and transformative healing. This solo journey was not about escaping you, it was about finding themselves. They want you to understand that their time alone wasn't wasted or taken for granted. It was necessary. It gave them a chance to explore their wounds, to understand their triggers, and to make peace with the parts of themselves that were fragmented and afraid. The growth they've experienced during this time is deeper than they know how to express, but they want to try. They want to meet you not from a place of brokenness, but from a place of readiness. They now understand that love isn't just about being present physically, it's about showing up emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And they're ready to do that, not because they need you to complete them, but because they want to stand beside you as a partner who's whole in their own right. A partner who has done the work. A partner who finally gets it. The transformation that's taken place within your partner is directly tied to the space you allowed. By stepping away, you unintentionally created the very conditions needed for them to evolve. And now, they come back not to repeat the past, but to create something new, something grounded in mutual respect, deep love, and conscious intention. Whatever happens next, know this, your journey wasn't in vain. You were never forgotten or taken for granted. You were seen, loved, and deeply felt even when it didn't seem that way. And now, the story between you may be ready for a new chapter, one born from healing, truth, and the kind of love that only grows stronger through distance and time.